90% of entrepreneurs who try using content to grow their business quit within 6 months. Think about that. Only 1 out of every 10 are actually successful at getting clients through content. Now, why is this number so low? Well, there's a massive lie being told in the entrepreneur space right now. Everyone's preaching that content is this holy grail. Just post consistently, just provide value, and the clients will come. But nobody's telling you the truth, that most people are wasting months of their lives doing it completely wrong. And I know because I was there. A couple years ago, I had an agency that I absolutely hated running. Every morning I'd wake up to dreading another day of sending cold DMs to people who didn't want to hear from me, getting told to F off more times than I could count, and wasting hours of my day jumping on endless sales calls with either unqualified leads or people who just saw me as another pushy salesperson. Then I discovered content. And like many of you, I bought into the dream that the gurus were selling. Just create content and the clients come to you. No more cold DMs, no more sales calls, just clients sliding into my inbox ready to buy. And I truly thought this would be my ticket to sign clients consistently without hustling 24/7. And at first, it did look like it was working. And when I started creating content, I actually succeeded at this whole content game. I hit over 1 million views on a video, had other videos doing 200,000, 800,000 views, gained 10,000 followers in just 1 month. I felt like I was really making it. Now, you wanna know how many clients I got from all that success? 0, not a single one. And I still remember staring at my phone, watching those views climb higher and higher while my bank account stayed the exact same. Now, that was 2 years ago, but now everything is different. I'm signing $5,000 clients straight from my DMs, no sales calls needed, and they're literally messaging me saying 5K, that's a steal. I'm making 20 to 40K profit per month, spending just 3 to 5 hours a week on content. I even took a month-long trip to France with my girlfriend while my business basically ran itself and was actually making more. So what changed? Well, I stopped doing what the 270 million other creators are doing, fighting for attention, posting random content, and praying for clients. Instead, I developed a system that consistently turns viewers into customers. A system so effective that's helped dozens of entrepreneurs completely transform their businesses. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how we're doing it and how to create content that has your ideal clients reaching out ready to buy instead of becoming another statistic and that 90% who quit. But first, I need to be very clear about something. This video isn't for everyone. It's not for those trying to get rich quick, make a quick buck while doing little work. It's not for virality chasers, people who only care about views and not about the one thing that actually matters, which is making money. It's not for passive observers, people who just watch a ton of how-to videos and yet never put those videos or what they learn into action. This is going to be another one of those videos, so why waste the time? It's also not for excuse makers, people who blame the IG algorithm or shadow ban for the reason their content not performing. We take full responsibility here. Now, if that does not sound like you, then maybe this video is for you if you're a creator or entrepreneur who wants to grow a sustainable business with content rather than having fleeting fame, which is just going viral a couple of times and maybe a couple people around your neighborhood know you. We care about building a sustainable business. It's also for those who are eager to do what they actually love. They're not stuck in a business they actually hate that is just making them money. They actually want to make money doing what they love. This video is also for those that value happiness and freedom over that nonstop 24/7 hustle. I know I used to be like that years ago, but I value happiness and freedom so much more than, making 100K a month, $1 million a month, but killing myself to do that. And this video is also for those that actually want to help others make a real impact and actually build what we call true fans, which are people that know, like, and trust you, and it's essentially building a community. And you should definitely keep watching this video if you're tired of spending hours, creating content and want a streamlined process that actually feels effortless. If you're sick of having no idea how much money you'll make each month, right? And you want a simple system that delivers a predictable flow of leads and sales on autopilot. It's also for those that are frustrated with posting random content that they think will just get views and actually want to build an audience of true fans that will beg you to give you money to work with you and to buy your products or services. And it's for those that simply want to just escape, the grind of chasing views, leads, and customers with no clear plan. Like you're just throwing things online, just hoping it works. Now, the reason I know what most of you want and why you want if you're watching this, most likely you want all these 4 things, is because I was in your shoes not too long ago. You see, back in 2021 to 2023, I was in what I call my agency era, where basically I had an agency at the time where to get clients, I would blast out a ton of cold DMs. I would jump on sales calls all day. I would outreach to a ton of people. And I started to absolutely hate my business. I hate it because number one, I didn't like going on sales calls with just cold leads because number one, I got told to fuck off more times than I can even count. But I'm just not a natural salesperson. I like having conversation with people that are my friends. I don't want to use all these sleazy tactics to sell people. So going down that route, I realized something needed to change. So that's when in 2023, I decided to try content creation, and 2023 to 2024 is what I call my content creator era, where I tried to use content creation to get leads because a lot of people at the time were just saying, hey, post content, give value, and the clients will naturally just come to you, right? Sounds like a no-brainer to do. So that's exactly what I did. And I had the mentality that if I went viral, I would just make a ton of money. And that's what I was just told time and time again. And I actually succeeded at going viral. Like if you take a look at all these videos here, like 200K, 800K, 1.3 mil, right? 100K, 200K. This all happened in the span of 2 to 3 weeks when all of my videos started popping. And I thought I was going to make so much money. I thought I was going to be a millionaire after these videos started popping off. Now, can you take a guess about how much followers I actually gained? Because it was a decent amount. From these videos, I was able to gain around 10,000 followers, or some people had followed me. So overall, I gained 9.7, but that's still a lot, right? 10,000 people. That's a lot of people that could potentially be clients. Now, can you also take a guess of how much money I made? Well, I only made enough to barely afford 2 coffees from all those videos. Right? Crazy. All these millions of views, hundreds of thousands of views, and I only made enough to barely afford 2 coffees. And that was the problem of my content creator era in 2023. You see, in this era, I was producing so much content, like spending basically sleepless nights trying to just post a piece of content out, and I was massively under-rewarded. I was getting views, but no customers were coming my way. In this era, I also had no clue how to turn viewers into actual clients or customers. I somehow figured out how to get views, but I had no idea how to turn those views into people that actually want to pay me for the things I provided. I also, because I was also running a business at the time, I didn't have time to create new content every single day. I was also an entrepreneur who had to work on their business. So I was really spending like 12-hour days every single day just trying to keep up with my business and trying to create content. And then also in this era, I failed to build a business around my passions, and I got stuck in that 24/7 hustle and still with the business that I did not like. So after realizing that, maybe views isn't the metric to optimize for, I was thinking like, what is the actual thing that's most important for content creation in social media and trying to get clients from social media? And that's when I started to focus only on 2 things. The 2 biggest things that matters which was number 1, conversions. How many viewers am I actually turning to customers? And second, time. How do I create enough content to post each week without sacrificing my entire life to content creation? And when I started focusing on only these 2 metrics, not views, not comments, not shares, just these 2, conversions and times, that is when everything changed in my business. And that is where I am now. And I am now in what I call my value creator era. And in this era, I am spending minimum time on content creation. I spend maybe 3 to 5 hours a week creating a full week of content. I have more freedom to live my life. In fact, in 2024, I was able to go to France with my girlfriend and live there for a full month while my business actually made more money without me being hands on it all the time. That's me in France right there. I'm having way more fun in my business. Like I actually love entrepreneurship in my business again. I was even had the chance to bring some students and clients to my studio here and just to help them out with content. And I absolutely love doing that. And like I mentioned before, I am making more money than I ever have in my entire life. And that's because, again, I am in this value creator era, which I will go into a little bit more in a bit. Now, surprisingly, right, doing this, I'm actually making way more money doing less. Like I'm making tens of thousands of dollars a month, not to brag. And I'm only spending, honestly, like this is what my schedule looks like. I'm spending 4 to 5 hours on calls, not that long. Like I'm actually have free time in the day, which I'm so surprised about now because back in 2023, I really did not. So to make this much money and have this much free time, I'm just baffled. And the thing is, it's not just me who is able to have all the success with being what's called a value creator, which is someone who isn't focused on views, but is focused on attracting the right audience, not blending in with all the other content creators, but being the solution to their problems. And there are some other creators that are absolutely crushing it with being what we call a value creator as well. I just want to show you some here. First is Tom Nosk. He's a very popular Instagrammer who is made over $1 million by following kind of this value creator model. Justin Welsh he's made over $5 million as well through his creator business following this model. Dan Bolton, who follows this model religiously, has made over $7 million. And Dan Coe is making $4 million a year while also following this model. And it's not just the big name guys that are killing it with this, right? I've been able to help a ton of other students and clients adapt this model and see killer results. Like Chaso here, who when I started with Chaso, he was a 19-year-old working at Best Buy making like $15 an hour. Now he has over 150,000 followers and he's making tens of thousands of dollars a month. Marta, who before I started work with her, she had no content creation experience and she was able to grow to 3,000 followers and have a $10,000 course launch. Again, only with 3,000 followers. Like there are some people that don't even make 10K per month having over 100,000 followers. And she was able to do this because she followed this kind of value creator model. Ben here was a struggling coach who couldn't get past getting 5 followers a day and couldn't gain past like 5 to 7K per month, right? Within 30 days of kind of adapting this model, he's able to double his revenue. And then Jonathan here, he made over 150K in 1 year using this. And Johnny here was able to buy his dream car that he always wanted, which was a BMW 340i M Sport. Not a really big car guy, so I'm not exactly sure what kind of car that is, but he was also able to achieve this. Now, the reason why these guys were able to achieve all these results and why all these Goliaths here were able to make millions of dollars a year is because they focused on the one thing that truly matters that 99% of people kind of don't understand, or 99% of creators don't understand yet. And that is why you need to attract and not chase. Now, you see, most creators have this mentality that more views is going to equal more money. Now, the problem with that mentality is that since you're only focused on getting so many views, this is your main things you're focused on. You're focused on like the best hashtags to use. You're focused on the best times to post. And you're going to fixate on any hack that a social media guru that will tell you just to, boost your views. And the problem is that when you focus on these things, not the true thing that matters, which is attracting the right audience, you're going to create very shitty content that creates no, what we call true fans. Again, these are people that know, like, and trust you. And you only create casual viewers, people who see your video once and then scroll, and who will never buy what you sell. And just to prove that this is true and that viewers does not necessarily equal money, I probably have at this point have had 10 creators with over 100,000 followers reach out to me. I've had someone with 700,000 followers reach out to me. And all these creators, basically when they come to me, they're like, hey, we need help making money. I need help making money from my content because my viewers aren't converting. So everyone you see here was making less than $10,000 a month. So if anything, just take a snapshot of this, right? And just remind yourself, even with all these followers, is not correlating to income, okay? Views and followers does not equal income. That's what I want you to get out of your head right now, right? You have all these people with hundreds of thousands of followers who are making less than 10K per month. And yet Marta here with less than 3,000 followers made 10K in a month, right? Get that notion out of your head. Now, here's what I want you to know, or this is what I want you to understand. Instead of chasing eyeballs, you need to attract the right audience with your content. And you do this with what I call a content funnel. Now, a content funnel is broken down into the 3 types of content you should post to attract followers, turn those followers into true fans, and then turn those true fans into what I call ready to buy customers. Now, the first step in the content funnel here is posting what we call engagement posts. And these are beginner-friendly posts that are easy for a broad audience to understand. And these posts here, these content pieces are like the most likely type of engagement posts, like ones that show a tool, a hack, a list, a motivational quote, or memes. When you post this type of content, it attracts new followers. Now, the second type of post you want to create is what's called authority posts. And these are posts that are crafted to build trust and establish you as an expert in your niche. And some posts that you can create content about that are authority posts are ones that show off a pain point of your target audience and then giving a solution, giving step-by-steps to achieve a desired result, going over a controversial take or giving a hot take in your industry, comparing two things and seeing which one is better, giving custom frameworks, and even giving your own insight and opinions. And when you do this, you're going to be able to turn those followers from the engagement posts into what we call true fans. Again, these are people that know, like, and trust you. And when they see your posts on their feed, they're going to stop to take a look at it because they know you deliver such good value. Now, the last type of post you want to create in this content funnel is what's called sales posts. And these are posts that highlight the benefits of your product or service and showcase result you've gone for yourself and some others. And the easiest way to create a sales post is simply by sharing some social proof or testimonials. And again, this shows that you're able to get results for yourself and for others. And when you create a sales post, this is going to turn those true fans from your authority posts into what we call ready to buy customers. People that are now officially bought into you, and basically they see you as a solution. They just need to see your offer. Now, even though these people are ready to buy, right, we still need to convert them into customers and clients. And there's this notion in the online space that to sign clients consistently, you need to what's called bro scaling. Now, this is a term that I heard that I absolutely love. But essentially, bro scaling is the matter of like you need complicated funnels, you need to spend money on ads, you need back-to-back sales calls to get paying customers. And that's kind of what everybody's telling you online right now. Like you need to be bro scaling, you need to be running ads, you need all these different funnels, you need sales calls 24/7. But when you do that still doesn't give you the freedom in your business and relying on this system that usually you need to pay to play. So here's also the main problem with bro scaling in these funnels. You see, funnels rely on what's called quick strike mentality, where basically you push as many leads as possible to this pipeline or funnel. And if they aren't ready to buy in that exact moment, you lose them, right? Basically, when you run ads and you're running ads to a certain funnel or sales page, if that person doesn't decide to buy in that moment, they most likely will never see that page again. And that's the problem with bro scaling and running all these complicated funnels and ads. You see, they all rely on the fact that more money or more leads equals more money. That's the only thing they know about bro scaling. It's like, oh, to make more money or to scale more, we just need more leads in this pipeline. Now, the problem is that for most people, to get more leads, you usually have to pay money. Now, the only way to actually get leads for free, can you take a guess what it is? It's to get more views. That is the only way that I know that you can get more leads for free, is just to get more views on your content that creates leads. So that means more views equals more leads. And like I said over here, more leads equals more money. So if we do the math, that means more views equals more money. And then guess what? We're right back over here, where now you have that notion that more views equals more money. You're focused on the wrong things, and then you create shitty content that never turns casual viewers into customers. Okay? And that is a problem with bro scaling and the people that have that bro scaling mindset when it comes to content, that they think more leads will generate them more cash, and to get more leads for them, it means more views, and then they create shitty content. Okay? And it leads to a lot of creators having what's called broke creator syndrome, where essentially you have all these followers, but you're making no money. It's kind of the term being used now in the industry, which I love the term. But a lot of careers have this right now. Now, I want you to take this stat into mind. There is a stat, or there is a research done by Google that suggests that before making a purchase, the average consumer spends 7 hours researching, interacts with a brand 11 times, and does so across 4 different locations or platforms. And the problem is that bro scaling goes against Google's research here, right? With bro scaling, if you're running ads or you're trying to push people to a funnel, most likely they're going to see you once or twice, and they're only going to see you through one platform. And that's the reason why those conversions for those bro scaling methods are so low, only like 2 to 3%. Now, the way to get around this and actually create a system that follows Google's rules is by creating what I call an automated sales ecosystem, where it is a well-designed ecosystem where your content, your emails, and your community does 90% of the selling automatically. And this is because when you have all of these platforms and all these resources all pushing to one offer, people are seeing you on Instagram, people are seeing you on YouTube, people seeing you in your email, and they're consistently seeing your offer and they consistently know what you do. So when they're at a point when they finally need someone to help them, you become top of mind and you've already done the selling. They already know exactly what you're about. So when you hop on a sales call with them, it doesn't even feel like a sales call. It just feels like a conversation, right? Just getting to know one another. And the great thing about the automated sales ecosystem is that you never lose a lead in this system. Never. Because what happens is that, right, let's say we have someone who is interested, right? They go to a sales page or they go subscribe to your email list, then they go to a sales page, but they realize, you know what, I'm not ready to buy yet. You know what, this is all great, but I want to wait a bit. Instead of the bro scaling methods where that lead will be totally lost, they just go right back up here. Because guess what? They still are on your email list. They still follow you on Instagram. They still follow you on YouTube. They're going to continue to see your content. And then when they're ready, they'll go right back down the funnel. And they might do this process 2 or 3 times, but eventually you'll convert them into a sale. I've had so many people talk to me where they were like, hey, I've been watching you for 11 months, or I've been watching you over a year. And it's like, yeah, dude, I've just been watching you so much where I know you're the guy. And then it's like the easiest sale ever, which honestly I love. And the great thing about the automated sales ecosystem method is that you don't need to like frantically tweak your funnels thinking something's wrong with them. You don't need big ad budgets to consistently sign clients and actually get good quality leads. You don't have to spend hours lost in the DMs trying to like message people and try to just schedule a call with them and close them. And you don't need to hop on sales calls with unqualified leads. In fact, I don't think I've hopped on a sales call with an unqualified lead in months, like over 6 to 8 months at this point now. And the great thing about this system is that you can close very high ticket deals in the DMs. Like, to give you an example, this was a guy that I signed to one of my offers. And if you could see here, he asked me for what my payment options were. I told him that for a one-on-one, it's $5K. And literally he said, that's a steal, bro. I'm in. I never hopped on a call with this guy. I literally sent him a Stripe link and he paid it. Never hopped on a call, but he's been following me for months. He knows exactly what I'm about. He knows my offers. He's in my automated sales ecosystem. And that's why I can sell consistently in the DMs without even hopping on sales call. Even one of my students here, Jason, he even said he signed his first monthly customer at $1,800 a month with little to no effort, and he hasn't even marketed yet. And that's because he's just been posting content and building up his own ecosystem as well. Now, I put an email out to my email list asking them what was the number one reason they can't grow or they can't make money from their content. And this is what the average of them said. They said that the biggest problem they have with content creation is that they don't know how to monetize properly. So that begs the question, right? Why do most creators and entrepreneurs struggle to grow on social media and monetize? And I want to tell you this right now. It's not because they don't have the proper equipment. You know, they don't have the $1,000 camera or the $300 mic. It's not because they're not good on camera. It's not because they're shadow banned. That's definitely not the reason. And it's not because they only post even once per week. You see, the reason why most creators and entrepreneurs struggle to grow on social media and actually monetize is because of these three core issues. Number one, time. They spend countless hours on each piece of content without a strategy, which always leads to burnout. 100 out of 100, it always leads to burnout if you don't have a proper strategy. Number two, they don't know how to create true fans, right? They only focus on views and have no idea how to create true fans who are really 90% of the people that will buy what you sell. Then number three, another core issue is just systems. They have no systems or no repeatable processes in place that consistently turns viewers into paying customers. And the reason why I know these are the core issues is because I had the exact same issues. Again, when I was struggling, when I started creating content to try to get clients, I had these exact same issues. I was burnt out. I had no idea how to develop a content strategy or what content to post. I had no idea how to create true fans with people that actually knew me and liked me and wanted to buy in for basically me and not just like for my product. And I had no systems that could consistently get a certain amount of clients each month from my content. So that begs the question though, right? How did I solve these three issues and go from being in my content creator era, stressed, having no idea what to do, and only making like $1,000 a month through my content, to my value creator era, where now I have the most freedom I've ever had, I'm making the most money I've ever had, and I've also had the most fun I'm ever having in my business, and while making, pretty good money, I will say. So how did I do it? Well, simply, I tested everything. I studied all the top content creators, and I reverse engineered what systems, templates, and content strategies they were using. And I spent 10 to probably over 100 hours doing this. Like I was obsessed with trying to figure this out. And then when I started to kind of get a sense of I knew what these guys were doing to get such good views and make such good money from the content, I then took it a step further. And what I did was I installed these same strategies for other creators I know to see if it worked across, not only different industries, but different personalities and niches. And from that and installing it into my own system, basically I got a ton of feedback on the systems and processes, and I was left with a simple, repeatable system that any creator or entrepreneur can use to scale to 20K a month profit, not revenue, but profit, without burning hours every single day creating content, without spending a fortune on ads, and actually having the freedom to enjoy their business than hustle 24/7 in it. And I call this system the views to cash system, which is a collection of systems and processes that all work together to not only grow followers, but to convert those followers into customers consistently. And with this system, we solve those three core issues. We solve the time issue by streamlining your content with AI and different proven templates and cut your content creation time to a fraction of what it is now. We solve the issue of building up true fans by using a content funnel that naturally warms up viewers and see you as the obvious solution instead of just another voice online. And we develop these systems and we plug in the automated sales ecosystem to transform leads into buyers who already want what you sell, which frees you from countless sales calls and pushy tactics. So I built all these different processes and systems and put it under one system that I call the views to cash system. Now, I do want to give you a warning though, if you are a creator or entrepreneur. I have worked with probably over 100 creators by now. And what I've noticed is that they're all making the same problems, or they're all making the same mistakes over and over again. And a lot of them, I already know, a lot of them will not succeed. Without any help, they will not succeed. And a lot of them will just stay in the same place trying the same things. So I'm going to tell you this right now. If you keep doing what you're doing without any change, I guarantee you, you will drown in a sea of competition, unable to stand out. You will then spend months doubting yourself if you can actually do this, if you can actually create content, grow a following, and actually make money from content and sign clients consistently. And when you feel like you're starting to create better content, you're going to watch your follower count grow, but yet you're still going to feel frustrated because no one buys. Because of that, and because you're desperate, you're going to pour money into ads thinking it's going to save you. And then you're going to wake up every morning dreading this constant hustle you have to be in just to make a profit and not lose out on money every single month. And at the end of the day, you're going to watch your dream of real freedom slip away as this cycle repeats. And again, I know this, and I know you're going to go through this if you don't change anything, because I lived in this. I lived in this, and this is what my life was like back in 2023 when I started creating content, and I absolutely hated it. And that's why I built what I call the Viral Creator Inner Circle, which is my exclusive community of creators and entrepreneurs where we are helping them grow from their content, get a following base that actually likes them and trusts them, and then converts them to clients and customers consistently. And our goal within the Viral Creator Inner Circle is to install the Views to Cash system in a 3-phase roadmap to add an extra 10 to 30K a month to your business. And just to give you an idea of what this 3-phase roadmap is and what it looks like, let me give you a little sneak peek. So phase 1 in our inner circle is all about making you a content expert. Firstly, what you're going to do is you're going to master the content funnel to grab attention, build trust, and turn viewers into customers. You're also going to get feedback on all of your content. You can post your content and get personal feedback from me, not from anybody else, from me, to help you improve and get better results. You're also able to steal all of our content systems, and you can use this to create a week's worth of content in just 5 hours. Again, using our exact step-by-step processes, our exact systems, we will install it into your business. And the goal for everyone who joins the inner circle is that after phase 1, you'll be able to make content your audience loves, and you'll be able to do it consistently without burning out. Now, when you're able to achieve this, then we move on to phase 2. And phase 2 is all about building your automated sales ecosystem. In this phase, we're going to help you craft your offer. This is where I'll guide you to decide exactly what you should sell and how you should position it so your audience is eager to buy. We're going to show you how to make offers every single day naturally to your audience without, coming off as sleazy or salesy, because I hate when people come off sleazy as salesy, and I imagine you do too. So why do you want to be one of those people? We're also going to help you set up different automations in your business. That way you can capture leads, nurture them, and track conversions. And then we're going to weave everything together into a seamless system that generates revenue on autopilot while you can actually focus on creating. So instead of always being in the business, you can actually work on the business, create better content, get more leads, and predictably sign clients. And our goal is by the end of this phase, you'll have a clear, irresistible offer and an ecosystem that brings in consistent income without you needing to be hands-on all the time. And after we've built out this automated sales ecosystem, then phase 3 is all about scaling and making what I call passive income. Now, the reason why it's in quotations, because it's not really passive, but essentially you'll have people coming to you in your DMs, be like, hey, I want to work with you, or hey, what do you offer? Or hey, how much does a one-on-one cost? And to me, that's basically passive income because you didn't really have to do anything to really make that sale. Like, I'll be honest, just to give you like a sneak peek, in my business this week, I have signed maybe 4 people who have watched a video, gone through our ecosystem, and has hit me up, be like, hey, I want to work with you. And I just send them like a Google Doc and then they pay. It feels like, it's not passive income, but it feels like passive income using this system. And the whole point is just to keep scaling, double down what's working, optimizing some systems. So you can be like these guys, like Jonathan, who made $150K in a year, Jenny here, who's absolutely killing it. Alan here, who before he joined, he posted exactly 5 reels in his life, and now he's getting millions of views on a reel. Melvin, who is making his first 11K per month, and Chaso, who signed 2 clients this week, and he's aiming for another 2. And our goal by the end of phase 3 is that you'll have a profitable business that is making you 10 to 30K a month with content that works for you. Now, here's the reality of what's going on right now, right? There is so much opportunity out there. There are over 2 billion monthly active users on Instagram. And you're telling me you can't convert 5 of them to clients, right? When you have that mindset, it seems totally possible. However, there's also a catch. See, there is 2 billion monthly active users on Instagram. There's also over 200 million content creators in the world. And that's 200 million people fighting for attention. And what's a scary stat is that the average creator takes about 17 months just to make enough to support themselves, and 6.5 months just to make their first dollar from content. So this is where you need to ask yourself, right? Do you have a 1.5 years to grind before you can even make enough to pay your bills? Or do you want to fast track your success, learn to create better content than 99% of those 200 million plus creators, have content that is making enough to support you now rather than in a 1.5 years, and be a part of a community of creators and entrepreneurs that are crushing it in the creator economy, right? If your answer is yes to this, you want to fast track, then what I want you to do is I want you to follow me and DM me Inner on Instagram, and I'll send you more info about our Inner Circle, and we'll see if you're a good fit for it and how we could possibly help you grow your business through content. Okay? So just go to my Instagram at onlyzeta. You can also click the link in the description. It will go straight to my profile. You can click on this little button message here, DM me Inner. We'll have a chat. We'll see how we can help, and we'll see if it's a good fit. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to hear from you soon. Take care.